good afternoon, good evening, greetings, and welcome to all our ONPASSIVE brand ambassadors. This is an official ONPASSIVE webinar, and today is Tuesday, January 10th, 2023, and this is Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive webinar, and we all welcome you, and we're looking forward to enjoying the webinar with you. And please, let's start officially by playing one of our numerous signature tunes to start the webinar for today.
ONPASSIVE. Your next stop is
ONPASSIVE, the future of internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wow, wow, wow. In it to win it, and your next stop on the train is ONPASSIVE. Okay, all right. Let me hold my tongue. Let me hold my tongue. Oh, today, Queen Dr. Tunishai, authentic from the inside out and creating the life you want. Oh my goodness, the life we want. Dr. T, who is an international transformational speaker, she is also a life coach, an empowerment trainer, boy, a talk show host. She's also a published writer of 4 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Published author of 4 books. And she's the editor and chief of Discovering You magazine. Dr. T, please, over to you, Dr. Ford. I love that smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, brand ambassadors, kings and queens, ONPASSIVE. Hey, we're in it to win it. We're almost there. We're getting ready to go over the top. Any moment now, over the top. How many of you are ready to go over the top? How many of you are ready to go over the top? All right. That's what I'm talking about. My topic this evening, and I hope that you all will enjoy it. It's a little different, but it's something that I had an opportunity to speak a couple of months ago at a major event that we had, and I thought that I would share it with you all tonight. And the topic title is Being Authentic from the Inside Out and Creating the Life You Want. I'm going to repeat that again. You know, I'm a repeater. Being authentic from the inside out and creating the life you want. When was the last time you heard the word authentic? And when was the last time you called someone an authentic person? This is a word that you very seldom hear anymore, especially now with all the things going on in the world, a lack of spirituality, the pandemic, hurricanes, tornadoes, social, political, moral, and economic woes. It's difficult to see what is truly and who is truly authentic. But there was one time in your life that you were truly authentic, all of us. And that is when we were in our mother's womb. We were in our mother's womb, and that's when we were authentic. No one imposed their opinions or values on you. You were not concerned about what was right or wrong. And you were infused with every seed that you needed to become what you were supposed to be and reach your full potential and your purpose and walk in your destiny. And then something happened. You were born. You were born. Everything began to change. And as you began to get acquainted with the world, someone decided what your values would be, what language you would speak, what your opinions were appropriate, what profession you would be best suited for. And some people were even introduced to God or a facsimile of him. And some people were not introduced to him at all. So here we are, clumped all together, searching for the answers to these questions. Who am I? What is my purpose? And how do I fulfill it during my lifetime? So what does it mean to be authentic? I would like to define it as being true to one's own personality, spirit, and character, and conforming to an original so as to reproduce essential features. Now, let me say that again. I want to rephrase that to make it a little simpler. Okay? What does it mean to be authentic? Conforming to the original, which is God. He's the original. To reproduce essential features that are like his in our character, personality, and spirit. And being authentic doesn't mean that you're perfect. No, being authentic does not mean that you're a perfect person. God is not expecting us to be perfect, but he is expecting us to be purposeful, Let me say that again. God does not expect us to be perfect, but he does expect us to be perfect, purposeful. Now, what hinders us from being authentic? I'll ask that again. What hinders us from being authentic? Now, I just want to go over 2 areas tonight. Make it short because I know we have other things to do tonight, but I want to cover just 2 areas right now. The fear of rejection. The fear of rejection, it makes you put on a mask, and it changes the behavior, your behavior, in order for you to fit in or act a certain way. I know we're all familiar with that. If anybody's ever dealt with rejection, you know you cannot be your authentic self because you're always trying to prove yourself. You're always trying to raise the bar so that you can fit in. And that definitely is not being authentic. The second area, self-betrayal. When you are not true to yourself, the following are the results. It leaves you feeling isolated and alone. Oftentimes, feelings of guilt comes upon you. And then oftentimes, we have a low self-esteem. So again, self-betrayal, it leaves you feeling isolated and alone. It leaves you feeling guilty. And oftentimes you develop a low self-esteem. So you may say, well, Dr. T, well, how do we get back to our authentic selves and create the life we really want? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to give you 8 golden nuggets. 8 golden nuggets, and I hope that you will apply to your life, at least think about them when you are working on your authentic self. The first golden nugget is to take personal inventory. What kind of people, activities, or situations make you feel alive? What makes you thrive? What makes you get out of the bed every day and just want to live? That's that personal inventory. And when you discover that, don't seek out external validation. The only people that should validate you is you and God. Those are the only ones you should be seeking validation from. So number 1 nugget is to take personal inventory and don't seek external validation. Number 2 nugget, make decisions that align with your values and your beliefs. Again, don't take on anybody else's values and beliefs when you're making your decisions. Your decisions should be based on your values and your beliefs. The third golden nugget, listen to the right voice. Whose voice are you listening to? There's an inner voice that all of us should rule. All of us should be governed by this inner voice. Now I want to call that inner voice God. And there's a scripture that I love, one of my favorite scriptures, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And I know that many of you are familiar with this. It goes like this: trust him with all your heart, and to lean not unto your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Will you allow the right voice, his voice, to govern every step of your life? You will definitely begin to walk in your authenticity. You will definitely be able to walk in that in which he's ordained you to be. So that is the third golden nugget. Number 4 nugget, be emotionally agile. Have a healthy relationship with your emotions. That's right. Have a healthy relationship with your emotions. I always say that feelings may not always be right. They may not always be right, your feelings. But guess what? They're real and they're yours to own. So that means that when you are making decisions or when you're going through life challenges, there's different decisions, different emotions that rise up, you can control that. So if you're having a bad day and your feelings are all out of whack, you can control that. So be emotionally agile. Be willing to take control over your emotions. Number 5, set boundaries and walk away from toxic situations. That's persons, places, and things. Set boundaries and walk away from toxic situations. When you see it coming, You make a left turn, a right turn, go away, walk away, run away if you have to, but get away from toxic situations. That's number 5. Number 6, understand that growth comes from adversity. Remember what I taught you guys last week? If you want to be comfortable, you have to what? First become uncomfortable. So understand that growth comes from adversity. You're not going to see growth in any area of your life if you don't have some adversity, because adversity shows you what you're made of. And that's where growth comes in. Number 7, pursue your passion with tenacity. When you wake up in the morning and your feet hit the ground, you should be running towards purpose. You should be running towards your dreams. And if you're not doing that, then something is wrong. Either you're going to be running towards your dreams and your purpose and your destiny, or it's going to just be another day. But you have to decide. So number 7, pursue your passion with tenacity. And the last one, and it's very important, this is so important. Number 8, know with confidence. I'm going to say that again. Know with confidence that it's not about fitting in. It's not about fitting in. It's about standing up and standing out. Therefore, reigning with no apologies. Let me say that again. I'm a repeater. It's not about fitting in. It's about standing up and standing out, and therefore reigning with no apologies. The goal is to get back to the original plan God had for us when you were created in your authentic self, under the development of your Creator, and live your life with purpose and completing your destiny that was originally assigned to you as you discover your own uniqueness. A very famous doctor, Dr. Carl Jung, who was a famous psychiatrist, lecturer, and author, made a very profound statement that I want to leave with you today. Or should I say this evening, good morning, evening, day, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, I want to leave this final thought with you that Carl Jung said. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Being authentic from the inside out and creating the life you want. My name is Dr. T, and thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Dr. T.
Thank you.
Sweet, short, sweet, and authentic. Authenticity, originality, and fear of rejection. Boy, what did I get out of that? The 8 golden nuggets.
8 golden nuggets.
We just got it from the best. 8 golden nuggets.
Yes.
We are so blessed, Dr. T, to have you, and not just having you, but you to share those golden nuggets with us this awesome week and tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for much. Thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And most of all, we thank Dr. Derrick, because without him, we wouldn't even be able to get anywhere close to hearing all these beautiful golden nuggets you just shared with us tonight. And at this stage, I'll say, I'm going to pass it over to the one and only person who stands without any complaints, regardless of what happens, regardless of where he is, whatever forum it is, be it in Deep Dive or anywhere else, he's always with us. Whether we see him, we hear him speak, we always see him standing right there. Dr. Derrick, please take it over.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie. Really appreciate. And most definitely, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford, Dr. T. That was awesome. That mindset is awesome. Being authentic from the inside out. If you don't have it, you cannot give it. If you have to have it inside, have to be inside for it to come out. You can't let out what you don't have. creating the life you want. Creating the life you want. Oh my goodness, that was so awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But now we're going to look at the healthy way to enjoy wealth. The healthy way to enjoy wealth. Because listen, if you're sick and in a hospital bed, suffering, no matter how much millions you have, you're not going to enjoy it if you are in a hospital bed, laying down on your back, and somebody have to come and turn you. Somebody have to give you a sponge bath. Somebody have to do this, do that. Oh my goodness. Sometimes a tube is hanging down from your side into a bag, and all those things. You're not going to enjoy any money, no financial gain you can enjoy in that condition.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And so therefore, I'm telling you, there are 8 free doctors. Huh?
Yes, 8.
Yes, I said free.
They're free. Yep.
I don't pay for them. So I don't have any health insurance because I have health assurance. Let me say that again. I don't have health insurance. Right, brand ambassador Lily Lane. I see you, perking up your head looking, what is this man talking about? No, I don't have health insurance. You understand? I have health assurance because it is only one person in this universe. And as Dr. T said earlier, it's God. One person that can guarantee that you have assurance. And that is if you put your hand in his hand and you'll be good to go, right? Been doing that for 20-something years, from 1998 until now. And I tell you, to what I hear hospital bill is, you're going into the emergency and you spend maybe about an hour and a half, and you come out with a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bill. All right. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bill. All right. And there are simple 8 doctors that can prevent. Let me say that again. Prevent. Let me say that word again. Prevent you from doing that, as it has so far prevented me, alongside God, because God is the umbrella of it all. But one of the other 8 free doctors, as I mentioned some time ago, the first one that we looked at was a free doctor by the name of exercise. That's one of the first free doctors. Exercise. A lot of us are couch potatoes, and you don't necessarily have to be sitting down in a couch to be couch potato. It's just that you're not doing anything. You're not doing any gardening. You're not doing any running up and down. You're not doing anything. And so if you're not doing anything, that is why your bone is going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. It's simple logics, right? You have to exercise. Oh, I'm too old. No, you're not too old, right? Moses at age 80, God called him to tell the people to tell the emperor of Egypt to let his people go. And that was when his journey, his running up and down, fighting and running up hill and all of that started at 80. And of course, we know that he died at 120. Oh, it's all the way in those days. I told you about blue zones, 5 blue zones in the world. One is right in California, Loma Linda. And people live naturally up to 100 years old without fear. Bam, bam, bam. All right. No sickness, no arthritis, no this, no. Up over 100 with ease. All right. So it is possible today. And the next thing that we talked about was, of course, nutrition. Nutrition. Because what you put in your body is very important. Yes, so I love me chicken and I love me fish and I love me steak and I love me. Yes, you love all of those things. But is that good for your body? Right? It takes life to feed life. Let me say that again. It takes life to feed life. Just like how it takes gasoline to, make the vehicle run, it takes life. And life comes in natural food, right? In your nuts, grains, fruits, and vegetables. Very simple. Very simple. Because your body not looking for chicken, neither is it looking for peas. It is looking for protein, and the right protein, right? Not saturated protein coming from meat or flesh, but the right protein coming from nuts, grains, and vegetable. Yes, vegetable has protein. If you didn't know that, you know that today. Vegetable has protein. All right. And so the next thing we are going to look at today, which is a third free doctor, free, mercy, free doctor. Can you imagine? Free. Yes, free. The next free doctor that we're going to look at is actually water. Water. Can you imagine? Something as simple as water. Yes, that a lot of people don't like. I never like water to myself. So we are sailing in the same boat, and I don't like water even today. I really don't. However, I know it's good for me. So I try to drink it, all right, every day. As I wake up in the morning, room temperature or a little warm, and I put one lemon in there, and drink that before breakfast. So during my worship time, I'll be sipping on that or drinking on that. I don't just drink gulp. No, that's not the way to drink water. A lot of persons, when they wake up, the first thing they do is brush their teeth. No, sorry to say, those enzymes that are in your mouth when you sleep, you need the stomach. The stomach needs those enzymes to assist with digestion. And so you need to actually wash out your mouth and drink the water, right? Full your mouth. Swish it around your mouth and swallow. That is really the best way to drink. All right. Most of us just drink, and it doesn't help us really. Right. So take a little mouthful and swish it around your mouth and drink. And that is how you drink water, especially in the morning, when that water is room temperature. Please drink room temperature water at all times, because your body cannot digest anything too hot or anything too cold. Your body can only digest body temperature, right? Which is basically almost room temperature. So your body temperature, that is what your body digests. So if the food is too hot, you're overworking your body. Because the body has to first bring it to body temperature before it can absorb the fluid or digest the food. All right. So please, digestion is very important. So water, drink water, very important. That's one of the 8 free doctors. The big question is, how long can you live without water? How long can you live without water? Research has shown that the body can live without water, and this is general. Some people might be more, some people might be less, right? It is suggested by research that the approximate time that a person can live without water is 3 days. 3 days. So we're talking about 72 hours without any water, any form of fluid, any form of, and that is why the first thing when you go to the hospital is that they hook you up to some fluid, right? That's the first thing they do, right? They call it saline, whatever one. And that's the first thing, because the body needs fluid, all right? And so we have to understand that the body cannot live without water for very long. Actually, you can live without food 30 to 40 days. Hey, you can live without food 30 to 40 days, right? But water, 3 days, generally speaking. Okay. Our body needs water for what? It needs body for rest. It needs water for respiration. It needs water for smooth blood flow. It needs water to regulate the blood pressure. And it needs water to digest anything that you put in there. Right? So it needs water. You understand? It needs water. Our body needs water for saliva production and tears, because you might not need a tear to cry necessarily, but you need the tears to actually rinse off your pupil. You need those water, you need those fluid. You ever talk about people who have dry eye? Yes, because they're not drinking enough water. So what they do now is that they go to the pharmacy, pay, you know, $10 or $12 for Visine and for all of these medication. You see, you're just making the fat cat fatter. That's all we're doing, right? So we pay for all of these eye thing because we don't have enough fluid in our eyes to do the job that it's supposed to do. So your eye then start to feel dry and thing, and you, instead of you just drink some water and drink water and keep your body hydrated, no, you run go to the pharmacy, don't drink the water, run go to the pharmacy and pay some money for a little bottle of you know, eye drop and put it in your eye, and oh my goodness. All right, so drink water. Temperature control, you know, up and down, especially high temperature, you know, water stabilize your temperature. Because, and this is why tea or coffee is not advisable to be the first thing that you drink in the morning, because when you go to sleep, your temperature go up. So you need to stabilize your temperature. And the best thing to stabilize your temperature is water. Just now water. You don't need no tea. All right. Flexibility, muscle, tendons, cartilage, and bones. Anytime your bones start to dry and get brittle is because you don't drink a lot of water. Smooth skin. If you want your skin to be smooth, drink water. And next thing, if you want your skin to look good, cucumber. No, we go to the pharmacy or we go to the beauty store and we get Luxema and we get this and we paste on our face and all of those things, when all you need is water. That's all you need, just some water. Drink water. And cucumber, it's good for your skin. If you want good skin, cucumber. All right? Because your body is 70% water. Your body is 70% water. Your blood is 85% water. Your brain, you wonder why you're not thinking clearly? Because your brain lack water. Your brain is 80% water. Sorry. Your muscles, why you're feeling weak throughout the day, and by the time you reach 5 o'clock in the evening, you're crashing. Your muscles, them not holding up your body. 75% of your muscles is water. And your blood cells in your body, of course, is 90% water. So water is very, very tantamount important. Fact, for a typical adult, it is normal to lose as much as 2 to 3 liters, which is 64 to 96 ounces of fluid daily. So what do you think you need to do? You need to replenish that daily, because you're losing that daily. You're sweating, you all sorts of things. Let me not say, because you visit the restroom or so on, all of those things. So you lose fluid, 64 to 96 ounces and 2 to 3 liters of fluid daily. So you need to replenish it daily, right? Not just once in a while and, you know, you take a little sip once in a while. And when you're thirsty, you go get a soda. Soda is the worst thing to drink. Soda is the worst thing to drink. Soda is the worst thing to drink. Last time I drank soda was when I was in school. Didn't know any better. Water loss. Water loss. You have invisible perspiration. You have visible sweating. You have respiration by breathing. Water vapor come out. Kidney process more than 47 gallons of water a day. And of course, our bowels. So we lose water in so many different ways. So we need to put that back in. Consequences of too little water. The kidney have to work much harder to excrete toxins. Risk of kidney stones. Each cell in the body needs water to function well. So inadequate water intake can cause disease. Chronic lack of water is linked to bladder cancer. Fatigue and headache are a common result of drinking too little water. And of course, dehydration, headaches, constipation. Listen, let me touch on constipation just for a few seconds. If you are not ruling your subjects, defecating, doodling 3 times a day, something is wrong. Yes, something is wrong. Constipation, fatigue, dry skin, body odor, bad breath. You think it's because your teeth? No, sometimes it's just you don't drink enough water. That's it, water, right? Unpleasant smelling urine. The yellower your urine is the more water you need to drink. Anytime you go and pee and your urine is very yellow, you need very much more water. The more clearer your urine is, you're getting there. Drink water, please. Not recommended sources of water. Soft drinks. 1 glass of water. 8 to 12 teaspoons of sugar and a dose of chemicals. That's what in soft drink. So it's better to just drink the glass of water and leave out the sugar and the chemicals because it's not helping you. Alcohol, caffeinated coffees and teas promote dehydration. So they are more a diuretic than anything else. Good source of water, filtered water. Remember to change the filter. Bottled water from groundwater, strictly inspected. So one of the waters that I find is this purified water with electrolyte added to it. It's hydrate alkaline water. So if you can't afford an alkaline machine, this is another good choice, right? Because our body is more acidic than alkaline. So, and that is why I recommend, or it is recommended, that you put a lemon in your water in the morning when you just wake. It helps to balance that water to a more alkalinic state. Tap water from the above water, contamination, additives. So it's not a good source, not very good, right? An estimated 200 million hours are spent each day globally collecting water. and we have it right at the palm of our hands. And, you know, we make it look like it's not anything big. Make a plan. Have a plan of when to drink water. And that plan is throughout the course of the day. Just drink water. When you hydrate your body, you don't feel that hungry. Because a lot of times when you think you're hungry, you just need to hydrate yourself. 2 glasses in the morning, keep a glass or bottle close by, lemon water at night or early in the morning, whichever one. Very good. How much should I drink? 5 to stay alive, 8 to feel great, and 10 to rejuvenate. Let me say that again. 5 to stay alive, 8 to feel great, and 10 to rejuvenate. So you want to be in that rejuvenation stage. So yes, 10 glasses of water, right? And that is what the health nutritionist will tell you, 8 to 10 glasses of water. Avoid drinking 30 minutes before a meal and at least 1 hour after your meal. So yes, 1 hour after your meal, it's recommended that you start drinking water. Don't eat and drink. That's basically what this is saying. Enjoy water now. How do you know if you have had enough water to drink? Anytime you start to drink 8 to 10 glasses of water. And drink more than that, and you should be good to go. Well, really, there is a formula based on your height, your age, and your weight that you can know exactly how much you are to drink. But your standard is 8 to 10 glasses of water, right? And that is 8-ounce glasses, 8-ounce glasses. Study. Men who drank 5 or more glasses of water daily had a 54% less risk of heart attack. Hey! 5 or more glasses a day is a 54% less risk of a heart attack than those who drink 2 or less for the day or use other beverages. External use, wash your hands, take shower, bath, toilet. And as I said, 2 to 3 times a day, you need to use that toilet. An American taking a 5-minute shower uses more water than the average person in the developing country slum uses for an entire day. What you take, put it back. What you take, put it back. Therefore, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. And I do hope that this will help us to stay away from hospitals. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Wow.
DrDerrick.
How to stay away from hospitals. Love it.
Well, I mean, if I'm able to stay away from 1998 until now, I'm just telling you what works for me, as it does work, and you know it works. I used to have asthma every week. Every week I used to be in the hospital. Every week, and for some reason it always attack 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. For some reason, that's the time it attack. So,
Dr. Derrick, I cannot thank you enough for that valuable lesson about health. It's something that you cannot buy from any bookstore or from any health store. And being able to do what you just said, it's self-discipline. And self-discipline comes from, it's a mental thing.
mindset.
It's not, right? It's mental. You have to train yourself and train your body and be mindful of what you know is healthy and know that you have to do it on a daily basis. And once you lose focus of that, you've lost focus about everything and anything that sustains you on your daily life.
ONPASSIVE, the future of Internet.